Okay, so I'm just getting on here very quickly again to ramble and rant and whine about Mojang, about those lazy fucks at Mojang, man. They add nothing to the game every. I'm gonna get straight into it. The new Sulfur Caves, right? It's already a lackluster concept. It's annoying that like, oh, I'm sick. I'm still sick. It's annoying they won't add like sharks or anything to the game, or anything fun to the game like goat meat or sharks or like anything like that. But they will, however, add like sulfur caves, right? So like they won't add the sharks because they don't want in like goat meat and whatnot and all that stuff and all the animal droppings and stuff. Or not poop, but like drops, like item drops, right? Like meat from goats and anything from the sniffer at all, right? They won't add that because they don't want to incentivize the kids learning how to kill animals or hurting sharks or whatever, which is dumb because you can just make the sharks neutral and like just call it a day, right? Like if the sharks are neutral, then what's really the point? Like don't present them as evil if that's really your problem. Just present them as another, neutral animal that you can make friends. Well, actually, no, let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. I will say something I really regret. They'll just add sulfur caves and make them like really fun to dip inside. Because once you get in a sulfur pool or something, once you get inside of a sulfur pool, you get this like fun looking nausea effect, right? It doesn't do any damage or anything, but you just get real dizzy real quick. It's real fun, right? It's almost kind of like drug use, to be honest with you. It's like really fun, adds fun screen effects to it. Let me take that back. It's not really fun, but it's interesting. It's mildly fun. Anyway, that's okay, right? Like the sulfur pools are just little quirky little areas where it's basically drug pools. Let's be honest, right? But like they won't add sharks or fireflies because fireflies, I can't. I'm gonna take that one back. I will say something I regret again. They did add the fireflies, so I'm gonna take that one back completely. But what was my point? Oh yeah, I saw that they removed like most of the stuff from the sulfur, like that mini sulfur biome. I mean, even though it's a useless addition to the game that doesn't really add much except for one gimmicky thing, which is what Mojang likes to do now, right? They don't actually add content; they add cutesy, cozy slot to the game, right? I see what people are saying online when they say that it's like a game for teenage girls now than it is a game for everyone. But I'm getting off topic. They had the sulfur biome thing, and it looked decent. It looked pretty good. Add some depth or whatever. And they just got rid of most of the stuff. So now they got rid of the pools and like the other like blocks of stuff in a patch. So now it's just like a collection of ugly blocks sitting inside of a cave, right? That you have to walk by that you can't really get any use out of. Why would they do that? Why would they remove it? Why would they remove something that was decent and make it more bare bones than it already was? You know what? Okay. Another topic I just thought of, these Mojang guys, they keep doing this thing in Minecraft Live, right? Where they kind of tell you how you're supposed to have fun with it. They never used to do that. The features used to be able to speak for themselves, right? They would just add the Nether update, and it was real fun, and we still kind of enjoy that one to this day, right? But the Nether update, the thing about the Nether update is that it was added before they, like, Lady Agnes, I'm gonna get into her in a second here, too. It was added before Lady Agnes took over Mojang and just started making it a bunch of cute slop and, okay. Lady Agnes, what can I say about her, honestly? She ruined the game. I don't know why she keeps insisting on just like the whole fucking thing being a slumber party kind of thing for all the developers of the game, right? Fucking they probably work 2 hours a year. So I just remember when the change happened, man. When it shifted from being like Jeb to being Lady Agnes, man. She started making a bunch of weird changes that we were initially okay with, right? She added copper to the game because she wanted copper in the game, not because only years later would it get any sort of use behind it, other than a building block that hardly fits in anywhere, you know, in any like Minecraft setting. Yeah, it doesn't. And then I'll get into that in a second here too. Lady Agnes, I promise that it's got to be her fault at this point. And since she took over, like, okay, so we had like the Nether update by Jeb. We had the Cave and Cliffs update, which is a good concept on paper. Like, they clearly had a lot of ambition going into it, but like halfway through, they just stopped. Right? We started getting fleeced out of like things that we were owed. Right? Like they had an entire section of Minecraft Live showing off the concept art behind everything, and it looked good. But then it's like later on, it's just like, actually, we never really said we're adding that to the game, which sounds like a cop out because it is a cop out. But anyways, so it's like halfway through the cave update development, they just like because that update was kind of bare bones, right? It was just like big caves, like it was a good up. Like I'm kind of mixed on it. It was a good update, but it was bare bones, and they like half the stuff they really wanted to add kind of got pushed off for like another 4 years, you know. But you know, I'm getting off topic. Like but like I just remember like as soon as she came in, a bunch of crap that we didn't need or want started getting added, and the amount of features that had like depth and detail into them just stopped, man. And what I mean when I say depth, like, okay, the crossbows from so the villager update, right? 1.14 had the crossbows, for example. It's already a versatile weapon. It's still a projectile weapon like the bow, but it fills a slightly different niche, and it adds depth to like the world. Because like the idea of there being like only one type of weapon like that is kind of lame, you know. But it was integrated into the world pretty effectively. It's not necessarily an upgrade depending on your playstyle. You know, I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off topic again. That's a real problem. Anyway, the crossbow was good. It was versatile. And then we see the piglins from 1.16, the Nether update, holding on to them, you know? Like, it's a small detail, but, like, it adds depth to it like, integrates features from each update, like, organically. And even, like, depth, like, the piglins doing a little victory dance when they finish a successful hunt. They don't add things like that anymore. It's just cute slop, right? It's just nothing. And it all started with you. It all started with you, right? I don't know what to say. Do I have anything else to say about this? Because like no, I don't have anything else to say. That was disappointing. I'm upset, and like it's just like, why would you remove back to the sulfur pools? Why would you remove half the like features from the sulfur pools, man? I don't get it, but nobody else will ever get. Like I usually wonder, like, what are they getting paid for? Because they have hundreds of developers over at Mojang, and they just sit around doing nothing all day, right? Like they add nothing to the game. I know people say this. But like one modder can outpace them easily, and they have, right? But I don't know. I would just get King. What was his name? The guy who made the Aether mod. I would just get him to make the entire game from now on because that would be a huge improvement. But anyways, that's all I have to say.